Stop your screen. So guys, welcome to my live today. So today I want to document about my first virtual assistant meeting that was held yesterday. That was on a Monday. Yesterday was 7th, not 7th, 6th of October 2025. I held a successful virtual assistant boot camp, and I just want to document my journey so that someone who is out there, you are an aspiring small business person, maybe you want to do coaching from home or teaching from home as your small business. So this is a journey that I've started teaching from home. As you can see, I'm in my living room, and this is where the event happened yesterday. So I want to talk about how the preparation was. I will tell you about the tools that I used, my experience, and moving forward, what will I do to improve on this home tutoring business. So the idea came about after watching or doing some research online of small businesses that I can start at home. So tutoring or teaching online came in as an idea. And doing some research, I had come across this idea of a virtual assistant. I had seen previously in around 2018, between 2018 and 2019 there, I had seen a university graduate who was successful as a graduate, as a virtual assistant. So that's how I got encouraged to get into this virtual assistant training. And considering that I also work online, I have people who I'm working with in the US. I usually do for them search engine optimization. I feel like I'm also into the virtual work. I'm also doing the remote work because most of my clients are not from my local community or local country. So this is how the preparation went. So once I had gotten this idea, I came up with a plan. How am I going to start teaching people? For me to teach people, I have to gather some people. So I felt young people want to learn about virtual assistant, but they don't know how to do it, or they don't know where to start from. We have people who are charging a lot of money to learn virtual assistant skills. So for me, I thought that starting free I've heard about, if you want to succeed, start free. If you want people to trust you, you start offering a free service. So for me, I have decided to offer free education. I'm offering free education to teach young people in Africa, teach them virtual assistant skills. The main focus is actually young women or young girls in Africa. Young girls are suffering a lot in Africa. Young girls are going through so many challenges, and virtual assistant is one of the opportunities that they can tap into and become or make good use of their time. So the first preparation was to choose the platforms where I would maybe do an advertisement so that I gather people. So the first tool that I used was Canva. Canva was a very useful tool that helped me in branding. For me to do a successful campaign online, I had to brand myself. So the first thing I found was a business name or a brand name. So I went online, used some tools, used AI, and it got me a name, Lanova. Lanova is a name that is coined from the word learning. It comes from the word learning. So you Lanova. So I came up with Lanova as my brand name, and that's what I've stuck on, and that's what I'm going to use to pursue this dream of teaching online. So after identifying the brand name, I had to come up with the logo. For me, I went for a very simple, simplistic logo, and I used Canva. Canva was very useful. It gave me templates, and I was able to customize or edit that template, giving it the name Lanova and some image there. So the logo was simple. So where did I use the logo? I used the logo to create a TikTok account. I created a TikTok account and put in the details with the name of the brand as Lanova in the bio and what I do. That is, I'm organizing bootcamp for virtual assistants. So after doing the TikTok, I also went to Facebook. I went to Facebook and it showed me a very impressive result. On Facebook, I created a page. In fact, I did not create a page. I had a page that was dormant on Facebook. I had created a page called Willits. Willits had my name. It came from the name Willis. So I had a dormant page on Facebook. So I went and edited the name, changed it into Lanova. After changing the name, I also changed the cover. The cover of the page, I changed it into a poster for virtual assistant training, indicating on that poster I put an image of a girl in front of a computer, and I put in some text, the topics that I'm going to be covering on during this virtual assistant training. So I started running ads as early as was it 28th? It was around 28th September. So I ran ads until Monday. I ran Facebook ads. It cost me some money, but in the end it gave me around 115 followers. So I was able to build that page around that theme of training people on virtual assistants. So it gave me 115 followers, which is not bad considering that I've tried Facebook ads. I have another page with my names. That page has around 500 followers, but it's dormant. I've tried doing what? Content on financial literacy. I've tried doing content on digital marketing, but it's not growing. If you are there and you have tried building a Facebook page, I heard that people are being paid on Facebook. So I decided to build a Facebook page with my name. Do you think it's the right thing to do, or it's nini? Anyway, I was talking about marketing. Marketing is not easy. Marketing costs money. So if I had a big budget, perhaps I would have managed to get so many followers on Facebook, and I would have perhaps had a good number of students to enroll into the program. So anyway, so marketing was as simple as that. So I got people from TikTok, I got people from Facebook. Then I created a WhatsApp group, because for me to have, I needed to have a central location where we are communicating. So I created a special WhatsApp group with the logo that I had created, Lanova, and I also included the description of that group. The group included the basic rules. I also went, another thing that I'm about to forget, is that I created Google's Forms. I created a system of capturing emails. Why am I capturing emails? So that I can be sending my students documents or information. Some of them will be part of my newsletter, and that's why I had to create a system of capturing their emails. So people are viewing my posts on Facebook, then they click on the Google Forms, immediately their name is captured and it is sent on an Excel sheet. So that was an automated system of capturing leads, people who are interested in learning virtual assistant skills. So I will not go into those details. So after doing the campaign for around 1 week, by yesterday morning or afternoon, I had managed to get 30 guys in my WhatsApp group. So these are 30 young people who are interested in learning virtual assistant skills. So we started the journey with 30 people. So I want to take note of that. We have started our first lesson or our first lecture with 30 guys. And I sent out information that we are going to have the session, the first session, from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So in my preparation, I also did a communication on the WhatsApp group that our lecture would start at 4 p.m. and end at 5 p.m. So when the time came, that was a few minutes to 4 p.m., I was already prepared. And what was the first challenge? In our area, our local area, there is no electricity. So that was the first challenge. And I had to improvise some backup so that I show up. I don't miss the training because of a power failure. So I have my backup system. I would like to show you, but it basically has a battery, a car battery, and an inverter. So that's what I use for backup. So I used the backup system to show up. It was able to give me Wi-Fi and lighting. So come to the meeting itself. I had organized my notes about virtual assistant, and basically it was an introduction. I introduced myself, my experience. I've taught students. I told the class that I have been an instructor for over 5 years. If you go on Udemy, I've taught over 10,000 students. So, yeah, so let's continue with that. I don't know how can I prevent disruptions when I'm on live and people call me. What should I do to prevent that? So anyway, I was saying that I basically talked about my experience and what was going to be covered in the course. I also talked about the rules of the group, because my students should be aware of what they should do and what they should not do during this important boot camp. So when I started at around 5 minutes past 4, and I talked about all those topics. I talked about what is a virtual assistant. I explained what it is, the value that a virtual assistant provides. I also talked about the types, the tasks, not the skills, the tasks that a virtual assistant does. I also taught them about the different types. That is the financial VA, the social content management virtual assistant, the financial virtual assistants, and all those types. Then I talked about the skills, that a virtual assistant needs to learn. We discussed things like we discussed communication, we discussed time management, we discussed what else? Communication, being organized, time management, and so on. The challenge was talking all those 40 minutes. It is not a joke. You need to practice. That's why I'm making use of these lives to practice speaking in English. No Kiswahili. No mixing English and Kiswahili. Do you think it's right? So 40 minutes was not a joke. I could check the time. By the time it was 4:30, I had covered most of the work. Then I went to the assignment. For this bootcamp to be successful, my students have to do assignments. They have to do projects. So I gave them an assignment that has 3 parts. Number 1, the students have to identify a fictional character. They have to create a business scenario where they are working with maybe a public figure, or an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur who needs a virtual assistant. So the students have to describe to me who is this fictional figure, and they have to explain what is the value that the virtual assistant is providing to this business guy. So I'll be very keen on how my students are going to describe that fictional character. Then number 2, I'm expecting my students to create a task plan. I want them to use their minds to think what tasks are they going to do, or what tasks are they going to do to that fictional character. If it's a public figure, let's say someone like Elon Musk, what kind of tasks are they going to do for Elon Musk? Are they going to do travel management or planning for Elon Musk? Are they going to do research for Elon Musk? So I'll be interested to see what kind of projects my students are going to do on that aspect of task planning. Then lastly, the assignment requires them to do a short paragraph describing the value that they will give, the value of virtual assistant they give to their fictional client. So that was the assignment part of it, and I believe it will be interesting. If you want to be a partner in this journey, you can come along, attend our meetings. We will create time so that you can see the kind of projects that my students are doing as they learn virtual assistant skill. There's something you can learn from these projects. Because one thing I've realized, CEOs and founders are having a headache to hire the right talents, because whatever they are hiring, the people that are being hired, they cannot perform the tasks that the CEO wants. A CEO wants a simple thing like doing travel management. You will find a virtual assistant doesn't know which tool am I going to use. A CEO wants to do project planning. They want to review project progress. But a virtual assistant has never done project management. Maybe he or she thinks that project management is a very difficult thing. So when you see what people are doing, when you see the projects that a virtual assistant has done, it is enough evidence to show that that person is capable of doing a lot. And young people are very creative. That's why we are providing a platform for young people to nurture these skills in virtual assistance. So during the meeting, apart from talking, I also I did not ask a lot of questions. Towards the end of the meeting, I tried asking my students questions, but they were not responsive. The only interaction I saw was students clapping because they were appreciating the content they were getting from my class. So there was not a lot of interaction. I think it's the first meeting I'm also trying to build a rapport with these students. Anyway, I have not told you how many students were attending this meeting. The number of students was around 10 out of 30 students. So that was a good attendance. I was not discouraged because there are challenges. Some people are working. For example, today I've received messages. Some people are not able to attend the meeting because they were working at that time. So setting a perfect time may not be feasible. It is not possible to set a time that will fit everyone. But anyway, we have to find ways of compensating for those who miss the classes. And that's why I have a separate recording of yesterday's first meeting. And I will be posting the link so that those who are not able to attend the meeting yesterday, they can follow up and follow what we have so far covered. So there were no questions from the students, but I expect that in the next maybe meeting, we will have students asking questions about virtual assistant. So after the meeting, let me also talk about what happened. So immediately after meeting, I closed. I did not even record the meeting on Google Meet. The meeting I did on Google Meet. There are so many things that I've realized I've not talked about. The meeting was held on Google Meet. Google Meet was the tool that I used to hold the meeting, and most of the students were not coming with video, but me as the host or as the instructor, I had to appear on the first day so that they can see I'm a human being. They can see I'm human. They can relate. We can also connect. But in the next meeting, I think I will be using audio. Most students don't prefer video. I don't know why. What do you think people are afraid of video? Eh? Do you think video is exhausting? I've heard some people say video is exhausting. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. So, what was I saying? After the meeting, I stopped my recording. I was using two phones. One phone for the meeting, then another phone for the YouTube live. So it is YouTube live that I managed to capture. I preferred not to use my laptop, maybe because of the quality of audio. But in the next meeting, I think I will need to use a laptop. Reason being, I will have a presentation. I will be presenting some slides on during the meeting. And a laptop also has a bigger storage capacity. So I'll be able to record the meeting using OBS so that we can see who was in attendance during that meeting, because I've not been able to capture the names of students who were able to attend the meeting. So moving forward, I think I'll be able to solve that problem by recording using OBS. OBS is one of the tools that I've learned how to use to record screens. Whenever I'm working on the laptop, this tool is always very useful, and is what I've been able to use to record all my lectures, the lectures that I've been posting on YouTube and Udemy. I recorded them using OBS. So if you also want to learn about OBS, you can let me know so that we can guide you. So next meeting I think will be on Wednesday, tomorrow. I've experienced some feedback from one of my students who said that she missed the meeting because she was still at work, and she was suggesting that I push the meeting to 1, not 1, 7 p.m. Do you think I should push the meeting to 7 p.m.? So the main challenges I've talked about, number one challenge is finance, budget. I realized that if I had a good budget, I could be teaching more than 30 students. Do you know that finding people who are ready to learn is a challenge in itself? But with an effective marketing campaign, I'll be able to reach out to so many young people. So if you are there, you have the financial muscle, you want to partner with us, you can support me with marketing. You can support me meet the marketing package, part of it. Inject your money with us so that we can reach out to poor students who want to learn virtual assistant skills. And when you become a partner with us, you will never go wrong. Partnering with the educational programs. Educational programs are changing lives. When you help a poor child learn these essential skills, that poor child will be able to start making income. For example, if an employer comes to my training and identifies the top talent, maybe he has identified a top girl who is talented with doing social media management, or a top girl who is very good at bookkeeping. That employer will be able to hire that girl, and she will start providing virtual assistant services. That one person will start earning income. They will start paying their rent. They will start feeding their family. And they will be avoiding all the bad things like getting married, suffering in a toxic relationship. So many girls are suffering in Africa because they lack opportunities. And we are doing this God's work of training young girls, giving them the skills that they need to be successful and work remotely. So budget is an important thing. Then we also have challenges with tools. As you can see, as I've told you, recording the meetings is not easy. Recording a good quality meeting recording requires an investment in good tools. If you want to support me with the tools, you have maybe a good phone, you have maybe a good audio device, you can support my work so that we reach out to more poor girls who are suffering in Africa. We want to give them the skills. We want to empower as many girls as possible so that they can also empower the people in the society. if you have an organization, you want to partner with us, you can get in touch with me. You can see I'm a real person, I'm not a robot. And we have real people who are learning virtual assistant skills. You support us, maybe in future we will give you the talents. We will give you the top achievers in this program. We will have cohort 1, cohort 2, cohort 3. We are also doing research in the course of this training. We are developing skills. We are also doing research. So if you want to partner with us, I'm going to reiterate on that. If you want to partner with us, please support us. Support us, meet the budget, support us with the tools, and God will bless you. You will be blessed for supporting this noble cause. Otherwise, I don't want to go too much into this. My battery is already going down, and it is part of the challenges. Working online doesn't mean that you will have a very smooth way. Challenges are there, and we are ready to tackle the challenges. Even with whatever little resources we have, we can still impact on our communities. We want to impact on Africans in a huge way through education. So I want to end it there. We will have another meeting tomorrow. I will do a recording just to show you guys how it will be, what will be unfolding. I expect more interactions with the students. I expect more numbers. If I get more funds, I will continue running the ads. I'm already continuing with the TikTok ads. I have around 62 followers. Most of the students are very positive. Most of the people who are joining, who are following the program, are very positive. They are willing to learn the skills. They are curious. They are basically they are ready to keep learning to change their lives. So thank you so much for now. I've seen quite a good number of people who have attended the live. So far, the highest number was 12 people, and we are growing. I want to continue growing this small business community so that we can have a positive impact on other people. So thank you so much for this documentation, and I will see you tomorrow in another live.